Mark Jackson gets up there, okay? Great lighting. That's right. You guys okay?
Let her know. Good evening to the 2024 Hall of Fame. On behalf of Visit Central Florida and the Polk County Board of County Commissioners, welcome to the water ski capital of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special evening for so many people. And one of the things that never happens again for all of our inductees is they're being inducted. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So if you would, please turn your cell phones to vibrate or silent. And of course, this is their night. This is their moment. Please show them the same respect if you were standing up here as well. Well, hello everybody. My name is Mark Jackson. And as we get older, you start to realize how many different ways that you've been identified. Some good, maybe some not so good. Today, I'm probably best known as the director of Visit Central Florida, one of the sponsors of this evening. And behind me, there was a board, if you will, a screen that had all of our sponsors. And these are the people that are giving their resources, finite resources, back to the betterment of the sport. As we get older, you know, we also realize that there's people in our lives that mean an awful lot to us. Maybe at the time when we were young, we didn't realize it. But when Lynn Novakoski, one of our inductees, IWWF, talked me into moving to Winter Haven to actually ski for him at the water ski capital of the world, Cypress Gardens, I was just a water-soaked youngster of 27, trying to make his way in the world of water skiing. Lynn saw in me, not quite sure what, but I was honored to be asked by a legend himself, who we will be talking a little bit more about later, and I certainly hope I didn't disappoint him in my 22 years at Cypress Gardens. But there is someone else we all owe a great deal of gratitude, and that's Betsy Gilman. Betsy is instrumental in so many things, and behind the scenes, she says she's not an event producer, but she's very bright, and she knows what she's doing, and Betsy working with my team at Visit Central Florida, that's a great team. And I can't say enough about her skill set, how hard she works, because she's giving back something that we never get back. You can always make more money. It's not that big a deal, right? But she's giving her time. And many of the people in this room, officials, boat drivers, just goes on and on. Ed Hickey and the board, they give their time and they give their resources, never get it back. They work tirelessly, both Ed, Hank Longo, who's going to be coming up here in just a few minutes, and others at USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation. They're the ones that got the organization through some very choppy waters, pun intended. And, you know, we wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for those and many more like them. So Betsy, thank you for everything. We will all appreciate it. How about a big round of applause for Betsy Gilman. For all of us at Visit Central Florida, We're honored by you, Betsy, and all the honorees for being here. This special evening is special to us. Water skiing is not only an industry here, but it's part of our family, and many of our citizens were former professional skiers or competitive skiers. You know who you are, and we're proud to have you. Well, the legacy of Cypress Gardens still continues to this day, albeit with Legoland, Florida. The ski show continues, but also just down the street, about 2 blocks, the Cypress Gardens water ski team, under the direction of Brad Copley, continues the legacy of Cypress Gardens. Tonight, collectively, we honor not just the best of our sport, we honor those trailblazers who really lit the way for us. And Betsy, by giving back her time, Foundation's time, the coaches that we can't say enough about, including Lynn Novakovsky, who blessed so many of us, thank you. This evening, let's show them our love in return and our gratitude. A big round of applause in advance of the inductions this evening. Now, a guy I have the pleasure of working with and conversing with a lot. Guy's brilliant, those of you who don't know. Ed Hickey, he's not much for standing up on stage, okay? A lot of people aren't, but that's okay. He has a few words for you in a pre-recorded video. We'd like to share this. And then your master of ceremonies, Mr. Hank Longo, will be up next. Stick around, everybody. Enjoy the video. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Welcome. This is the 2024 USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation Hall of Fame celebration. We gather to celebrate the best of the best in towed water sports. We're thrilled that you've chosen to be with us here tonight. What brings us all together is the love of the sport. I want to recognize the Foundation's Hall of Fame committee led by Jeff Clark. Once again, these volunteers have completed the challenging task of reviewing the achievements of many deserving individuals to select the best in towed water sports to honor tonight. We are the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation. We are more than the Hall of Fame. We give away tens of thousands of dollars every year in scholarships to select student athletes and possible future Hall of Famers. Connie Birdmark leads our scholarship committee. The committee reviews dozens of applications to find the best and the brightest. Thanks to Brenda Nichols-Tate, we now have a college team grant program to support intercollegiate teams and help keep water skiing alive for the next generation. These things happen, the Hall of Fame, the scholarships, the college team grants, because the Foundation's dedicated volunteers and sponsors contribute their time, talents, and resources for the love of the sport. So get ready to celebrate the best in towed water sports and be part of this amazing night. Welcome to the 2024 Hall of Fame.
What a great crowd. Delighted to have you joining us. And as you can tell, in honor of the great Dick Pope Sr., got to bring a little bling to the party. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, we want to welcome you all to our 2024 USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremonies tonight. This is very special. If you haven't met me, I'm Hank Longo, and a dream come true for me to be able to be your master of ceremonies tonight. And Mark, thank you so much for the kind words. We're getting ready to go with a big night of inductions, and we are also going to be live tonight on TV, streaming all over YouTube, all around the country, all around the world. So a big thank you to the Water Ski Broadcasting Company for doing that. They do a fantastic job. And before we get going with the event, we have to thank our sponsors. I don't know if you could throw that up there real quick or not, guys, but we could not do it without the sponsor support that we get. And very fortunate to have those people behind us. But you too can be a part of it. Love to have you join us, volunteers that can help steer the Hall of Fame into the future. What the foundation consists of, a lot of people don't know this, but we don't have any staff at the foundation. There's no staff there. It's just all volunteers. And I'd like to recognize those folks that meet on a regular basis. We have our Zoom calls to talk about what needs to be done, raising money and everything. But Mark Overby is our chairman of the board, Ed Hickey, our president, Dennis Longo, our treasurer, and we get to induct him tonight. That's going to be special. Brenda Tate is our secretary and to be our next new president. Mr. Tim Houston, that does so much for us. Mike Kirschenbaum. And then our superstar, because I can't say much about her as much as I would like to, but Betsy Gilman. You have no idea. She puts in like 28 hours a week, you know, getting this prepared, doing everything. And I don't know if she's noticed it yet, but we've got a little special thank you for her on page 21 in the program. So, Betsy, thank you so much. You'll be dearly missed. Well, things are kind of neat between the USA Water Ski Foundation and the International Water Ski Foundation. For the last 3 years, we've been teaming up with the International Water Ski Foundation with Hall of Fame inductees in their own country. So tonight we're going to be inducting some IWWF wakeboard inductees along with our inductions. The IWWF Hall of Fame recognizes, appreciates, and understands the incredible contribution each recipient has made to their discipline, their community, their clubs, federations, confederations, the world, and the IWWF. And we have the IWWF museum in its entirety at our visitor center in Polk County, and along with the USA Water Skiing and Wakeboard Museum. Now, Friday night is a special night. I know a lot of the folks here were there. Friday night is the social, and it's a great time for everybody to get together. Got toddies, got great food, and everybody has the opportunity to visit the Hall of Fame, which is great. So a big thank you once again to Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing, Jack Comer, Justin LaFerrier, of course, Mark, and their whole staff makes it possible to put on a fantastic event for everybody to get together. So I hope everybody enjoyed the evening last night. The next 3 awards, the IWWF Awards for wakeboarding, and we're going to get going, we're going to get going with those awards in just a moment. Here's Kevin Michael joining us. Alrighty, I'm not seeing Kevin.
No, I want you to go to Lives Well Lived.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go to Lives, but you need to recognize the past Hall of Famers.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
See, recognize the past Hall of Famers, and then we'll go to Lives Well Lived.
Okay, a little goof up there. My apologies. Before we get going, how about we recognize our Hall of Famers that are in the house tonight? If you're here, could you stand up, please? And then if we could have our award of distinction recipients, please stand up for us. And then we're going to have our Lifetime Achievement Award recipients stand up, if you would, please. Oh, hey, these people are great. And the thing about all our legends and champions is they're just great individuals and easy to talk to. So feel free to walk up and say hi to any one of your heroes. And I know they'll be more than happy to chat with you, give you an autograph. Well, since last year at our Hall of Fame, unfortunately, we've had some people that have passed away and are no longer with us. And it kind of saddens me because some of them were my dear friends, but they're with God in water ski heaven right now, and we'd just like to spare a few moments for you to witness these people that are no longer with us. Thank you. Alrighty, sad, but they're in heaven. That's the most important thing. Okay, are you ready to get this award presentation going, everybody? Everybody here, everybody at home watching and around the world, let's get a big round of applause going for all of our inductees tonight. And now we'll get with the IWWF awards. We're going to start off with one of my favorite people, Jennifer Ellis. Jennifer Ellis was the woman who created the first wakeboarding scoring program. Jennifer dedicated decades of officiating wakeboard competitions around the globe, including 11 straight world championships. She served as an executive board member for USA and IWWF Wakeboard, and she was a member of the Pan Am Council. When we asked Jennifer for some photos to create a short video for this ceremony, images came from all over the world because that's where Jennifer went, was all over the world to be a part of wakeboarding and scoring, and she's just done a marvelous job. And let's watch the video.
Well, hello. And I did promise I'll be very good tonight. And let's get the elephant out of the room for everybody. Yes, I am the mother of the Rocket Man, Scott Ellis. Elephant. But the truth is, I was the mother of hundreds of kids. I remember being at the airport, and a lady said, the kids would come by, my wakeboarders, and they go, hi, Mommy Ellis. Hi, Mommy Ellis. Hi, Mommy Ellis. And the lady goes, how many children do you have? I said, well, this weekend, probably 200. And I loved them. So I could thank everybody. I could thank IWWF. I could thank USA Water Ski. But what I have to really, really think is my wakeboarders and my water skiers, because I have yelled at probably everybody in this room. Am I right? Let me give you an example. 3 water skiers are skiing behind my house. Late fees, 5 o'clock. And Larry Maddock taught me something. You have to be firm, and you have to be fair. So at 5 o'clock, boom, boom, boom. Late fees, 3 of them. Here comes those jumpers up to me, Scott Ellis with his check, and 2 of the other ones, and give me their check. I went, oh, no, no, no. Where's your late fee of $75? My son tore up his check, wrote out another check. He's trained. The other 2 didn't listen. Guess what? They were not in the tournament that weekend. Larry, you were correct. You have to be firm but honest. That was my water skiing part. Let me ask you a question. Do you remember your first banquet? I do. There was a sweet lady named Ruth Johnston. Here I am in a bathing suit. We didn't know anything about water skiing. We didn't even own a boat. She goes, oh, come on, come to the banquet. I go to the banquet. My little 5-year-old, Scott Ellis, is sleeping on the floor. I'm in a wet bathing suit, kind of wrapped up. That was my first banquet. And I will never forget that. It's that one person that invites one family, and that family invites another family, and it goes on and on and on. That night was the beginning of the Rocket Man. Oh, yes, I do have a daughter, in case you all don't understand. I have a daughter. She is an engineer. Her master's is in microengineering. Now, if you can tell me what that is, I will listen. I still don't know what that is, but I know she makes a lot of money. I love them. I love them. And they said, what is your speech? Well, I don't know what my speech is. Turn to page number 16. That beautiful blonde, I don't know where she went, but she's gone. But I'm here. And I'm here because this is my other family. I'm slowly losing parts of my family, but that's okay. That's just another stage that I will move on to, and I will deal with it every day that I can. Okay, banquet, out of the way. Water skiers not paying their entry fee, out of the way. Zane Swank, I told you, get your entry fees in. See, y'all laugh because you know I'm correct. And one day when I took over with the wakeboarders, I wanted to do it, well, I tried to be nice. I really tried to be nice. I did. But I've already trained children, and when they don't do what I tell them to do, doesn't work. So when I got permission from the Pro Tour, guys, let me kind of run it my way for a while. We won't have any problems. Well, Jennifer, you have to talk to them first, give them a written warning, and then you have to fine them. Oh, my Lord. So what I did is I was at the Worlds, and I said, parents, sponsors, wakeboarders, This is your warning, your written warning, and I don't care about your fine because you're not going to pay it anyway because you'll have your sponsor pay it. So all three of them is gone. When I say be on that starting dock, you will be on that starting dock. When I say the boat's going to leave, it will leave without you. Guess what? They lined up like little Easter eggs. No problem. I am finding that children are missing that today. You have to have control. Go back, run these tournaments so that you keep control of what's going on. I know I'm preaching, but listen. A kid ran up to my son in South America. He goes, if it wasn't for your mother, I would have never won the Worlds. And I thought, oh, I probably yelled at him about something. And it was. But be fair when you're judging. If you don't see it, say you didn't see it. And everybody that's in water skiing, wakeboarding, barefooting, whatever, bring one more family in. Then they can bring a family in. Let's keep our sport going 100%. Yeah, you like me now, don't you?
Still fear you, though.
Yeah, see? It's fear, but it works. What am I doing now with my life? I am working for Amazon. Amazon Air. That means I work at the airport. I just need a job to pay these high medical bills for my husband. It'll work. When I'm there, I've noticed all of a sudden now I'm a learning ambassador. And what do I do as a learning ambassador? I take people and I teach them how to work. Here we go again. Same old, same old. So I got all kinds of awards from Amazon high up, and I thought, I'm just a nobody. But you know what? Everybody's a somebody. And if it wasn't for Ruth Johnston taking us and bringing us in wet bathing suits at that banquet, we would have never been in that sport. So you never know when it's going to happen with you. I'm blessed to have my grandchildren now are in water skiing. Do I owe you money? No. Okay, now see, here we go again. But thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't ever forget where you come from. Don't forget the people that helped you, your scorers, your drivers. Don't ever forget that, because one day your child may be standing up here and a little bit different color of hair, but we're all going to be up here one day. Bye, y'all.
All righty. Let's give it up for Jennifer one more time. Well, our next IWWF inductee is Dallas Friday. ESPN calls Dallas Friday the winningest female wakeboarder in history. She was even featured a character in a video game called Wakeboarding Unleashed. Dallas's trophy case includes ESPY Award for Best Female Action Sports Athlete, a 4-time X Game gold medalist, and has held world titles for many, many, many years. Dallas was a 13-year-old gymnast when her brothers introduced her to wakeboarding, and she never went back to the gym. Dallas began competing at the professional level, and her rookie year, she was the youngest competitor at the X Games. Pretty impressive there, huh? Dallas dominated the water for the next 20 years, becoming a household name in the world of sports not just water sports. Please watch the video.
I was disciplined. I wanted to work hard. You know, I was ready to do it every day and committed. I never really thought about how much I loved it or like how passionate I was about it or what made me fall in love with it. It was just, I just couldn't get enough of it.
I've always hoped and dreamed that one day I'd have the opportunity to stand here in front of my family, peers, and friends to say thank you. It means the world to me to have all your support. I want to thank the IWWF and USA Water Ski and Wakeboard Foundation for presenting me this award. I'd like to thank Paul Fong, Dan Levine. Sorry you couldn't be here with us. We miss you. I hope the family the best. I'd like to thank my family. My family has supported me my entire career. My mom and dad sacrificed so much so us kids had the opportunity to pursue our passions. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to thank my grandparents who are here today, both 87 years old. My brother, Robin and Chad, who got me started in wakeboarding. You guys are my best friends. I look up to you. Thank you for being there for me and introducing me to such an awesome sport. I'd like to thank my kids, Sean and Georgia. You guys are amazing, and I'm so proud of you. A wise woman once told me, wake up every morning the same way you jump off the dock. Christy Overton, I wish you could be here. You've been a friend. You showed me what it is to be a true champion, not just in wakeboarding, but in life. I want to thank my coaches throughout my career, Mike Ferraro. I love you, I hate you. We have so many stories. Ryan Jones, Glennon, Melissa from O-Town. There's so many people that have helped support my career. and I'm so thankful. I want to thank Centurion Boats, specifically Amy Mozzie and Paul Singer, that gave me a second chance and an opportunity to continue doing what I love after having children. And last but not least, I want to thank the biggest provider in my life, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I've had a lot of tough battles, and he's never left me. He's always been by my side. Everything I do is for him. And I just want to thank you all for being here. Thank you.
There you go, Dee. Congratulations, girl. Good. What's up? What's up?
Are we having fun yet? Huh? Come on, is this great or what? Well, our next IWWF inductee is Kathy Williams. Kathy Williams has been a solid member of the IWWF wakeboard community and has developed the sport to where it is today. 1994 was the first glimpse into the water sports world for Kathy when she was working at Performance Ski and Surf. 4 years later, at 27 years old, she started competing on the European Pro Tour and training in Italy. Kathy competed in the first IWWF World Wakeboard event in the year 2000 and was the Open Women's World Champion 1 year later. She would travel the world competing for the next 10 years. When Kathy was sidelined with injury, she pivoted to share the love of wakeboarding. She created the first woman-owned and operated wakeboard clinic road tour. She drove her sponsored Chevy Avalanche, towing her 24-foot boat around the country. Kathy continues to teach wakeboarding and is the current president of the USA Wakeboard. And she also sits on the board of USA Water Ski and Wake Sports and the IWWF World Wakeboard Council. Please watch the video.
Controversy in my career between WWA and IWWF. The thing is, WWA was another opportunity, and so I thank them too, to be able to do the sport. Our sport is way too small. We all need to come together, and it's a, you know, I'm serious. But at any rate, wakeboarding has changed my life. I'm so thankful, but I'm really thankful to all of you guys sitting out there and all the legends, because wakeboarding wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, okay? Getting out on the water, the skiers, the show skiers, all these things, we all work together and I love it. So anyways, I want to thank everyone tonight so much for coming and for supporting everyone for the Hall of Fame and all of the IWWF inductees. I'm so glad to be sharing this stage with Jennifer Ellis and with Dallas. I really do. But anyways, and I'm stoked to have Kev Coe as our new executive director, and I couldn't be more honored, right? So thank you so much, and I'll take that from you.
All right.
Thank
Love
you.
you, Kat. There's no camera.
Let's give it up for Kathy one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, the foundation always celebrates our past with the Hall of Fame and museum, but we also support our young athlete water skiers. This past year, the foundation has created a collegiate team grant program, and we have already awarded 4 grants with more to come. We've also added more scholarships for the 2024-2025 school year, including one from the birthplace of water skiing. The Lake City, Minnesota Ralph Samuelson Commemorative Boys 3 Overall Scholarship honors the first water skier, Ralph Samuelson. The foundation hosts a free Learn to Water Ski event every year in Lake City. The annual Water Ski Days is when they have this event, and we're honored Lake City is supporting our scholarship program. So we can't thank the folks up there in Lake City. If you've never been there, you got to go check out Lake Pippin sometime. I went for the first time a couple years ago, and it's just to stand there and look at the lake. It's a big lake, part of the Mississippi River, and when you look at it, just kind of, God, this is where it all started. So if you ever get the chance, go there. But right now, we'd like you to check out this video.
Howdy, I'm Zach Butterfield from Sherman, Texas. I'm a member of the Fighting Texas Aggie water ski team and the Texas A&M class of 2024. Hey, whoop!
I was super fortunate to receive the Barbara Boulding Jim Grew Scholarship this year, and I'll be forever grateful for that opportunity.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marcus Mortensen, and I have the honor of speaking on behalf of all the scholarship recipients for the 2023 year from the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation. I'd like to take a second here at the beginning and ask that any previous Water Ski and Wake Sport Foundation scholarship recipients stand, and we can recognize the long-term impact of these early career scholarships. It is truly awesome to see that the people in this room, the greats of the water ski community that we all know and love, are benefiting and pouring back into the community that poured into them at an early age. It is truly an honor to be here and talk about these scholarships and share my love for water skiing, as it drives a lot of what I do. It's taken over my summers, my extracurricular involvement, my free time, pretty much my whole life, and I happily hand it all over. I'm currently a junior at Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, studying mechanical engineering with a minor in math and a specialization in entrepreneurship. And thank you, and I am the president of the water ski team, and we have a great, wonderful little community of skiers that we're entering our second year of competition. While I'm a born and raised Texan, very proud, I learned how to water ski in the North Woods of Wisconsin. These are my people. It is quite an honor to know that there are other people that appreciate being able to go outside and hear people complain about 79 degrees. My childhood memories are full of time on the lake, time behind a boat, and the thrills and spills that we've all come to love and enjoy. Many summers, we would venture north to Minocqua to watch the esteemed Minocqua Bats, the longest running amateur water ski show in the world. And it's really become an integral part of my journey in life. When I would go watch these shows, I fell in love, and July 26th, 2020, I was watching the show with my family, as we do every year, and Duke Hillinger, announcing, as always, shares that there's a jump clinic the next morning. And I turned to my parents, my dad, who was a Quahomit. We kind of agree it's going to have to be something I need to do. So I didn't know that the morning of July 27th, my life would change for the better, but I fell in love with the sport and went back to my senior year of high school determined to make a difference and enjoy water skiing. And so I made the decision to attend SMU, and I told my admissions counselor that I would only attend on one condition, and is that I could found the water ski team at SMU to compete collegiately with all my Minocqua Bat friends that were going to UMiami, Ohio, and all the other schools. So, thank you. So, I came to SMU and began working on the team, and now as a junior, I'm proud to say that we are entering that second year, and we love what we're doing, and we're just continuing to grow. So I am here because I received the 2023 Banana George Blair Ambassador Scholarship, and thank you. And a lot of us know his impact on this sport. And when you look at what the Blair family did with establishing the scholarship, they wanted to quote, where is this? They wanted to quote, impact and educate skiers so that they can pursue their own water sport dreams. And when I look at that, I'm a great example of the ability for those scholarships to allow for that impact to happen. It has allowed me to receive an award for something that I love so much and know that the effort made towards growing the sport and bringing it to new schools and new areas and new generations is really honored and noticed, and I truly do appreciate that. I'd like to thank just a few people, Jackson Driggs, the Stange family, the Butterfield family, all the other collegiate skiers that have poured into me, all the Minocqua Bats that taught me so many great things. I'd like to thank my family for the weekend, Mark, Dave, and Michelle, and I'd also like to thank Betsy because she organized all of this, and it's very impressive. So have a great night, y'all. Thank you.
A little bit taller than I am. Alrighty. Hey, let's give it up for Marcus one more time. We can't thank the folks enough at the foundation for this scholarship program we've got going. It continues to grow and grow, and it's just great to see all these young student athletes. The thing I admire the most about our student athletes is that they're going to school and they're going to have a career, and it's just delightful to see what great students they are on top of being such great water skiers. And a big shout out, there was a 50-50 raffle, and the person that won the 50-50 donated back the money. So let's give it up for them. That's very generous. Thank you so much. And a little housekeeping here. If you have a bar tab going, can you please go take care of it now so that we don't have people leaving and forgetting that they've got a bar tab because they've been drinking all night. You know? So we hope you're having fun. The USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation's Award of Distinction was created to recognize the people who have made extraordinary contributions to our sport. They may include competitors, innovators, industry leaders, officials, and all others responsible for landmark achievements in the development of towed water sports. So are you ready for our first award distinction inductee tonight? Can we give it up for the Energizer Bunny of Barefoot and Joe Knapp? You. Joe Knapp has competed in every single Barefoot Nationals in history. Joe continues to support the sport 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And what I found out today was so interesting. I came from a family of 12, so I just kind of had to throw that in there. Joe is a world-level judge and has been an appointed judge at every national, regional, and local tournament in attendance. More than 20 years ago, Joe received the American Barefoot Club Stu McDonald Longtime Service Award. He then put in another generation of officiating, volunteering, and barefooting. Joel's goal is to compete in every Barefoot Nationals until he dies, and he hopes to live to 102. So, Joe, I hope you and I are sitting in a couple rockers going, oh, remember back in the day? Anyhow, we're honored to give Joe Knapp the Award of Distinction before he turns 100. Please watch the video.
5 Eyewitness News photojournalist John Gross as their glide through life. Joe Knapp started to ski in 1976, and before long, he decided to try it without the skis.
The number one thing is have fun.
Joe has competed in 27 national championships, and he's won 3 national titles.
Great day.
I want to thank God for being here. Thank Deb, my wife, for being with me for 48 years. Picked Deb up hitchhiking, April 1976. Deb was driving when I learned to barefoot, June 6, 1976. I got a flyer in the mail about the first Barefoot Nationals. Deb and I had airplane tickets but didn't qualify for the first Barefoot Nationals until the night before by senior judge Ed Burr. Deb was at the first Nationals with me but didn't compete. I was the first competitor on the water at the first Barefoot Nationals. In the second Barefoot Nationals, Deb did compete and tied for first place, and I came in first in slalom. In 1983, came in first in jumping in Deb's last Barefoot Nationals competing. Deb went into labor when I was at the Barefoot Nationals in 1985. I got word and had slalom and trick done. They let me jump with Banana George Blair. I got back in time when Justin was born with his stomach, spleen, intestines, liver outside of his body. Justin learned how to barefoot at age 10. In 1986, 4 days before the Barefoot Nationals, fell backwards, barefooting on one foot, crossing the wake, and my right knee hit my right cheekbone. 38 stitches later, came in first place in slalom in Defiance, Ohio, in the Barefoot Nationals. In 1987 was special because Travis was born on May 24th. I won my first overall at Owego, New York, at my 10th Barefoot Nationals, and the Minnesota Twins won the World Series. Travis learned to barefoot at age 7. In 1991, won the overall in Houston, Texas at the Barefoot Nationals, and the Minnesota Twins won the World Series. On April 21st, 2003, our son Travis died, and a few months later, I won the overall in Sacramento, California at the Barefoot Nationals. I have won overall 9 times at the Nationals, and I am the 9th of 13 children. I want to thank my mom and dad for having me. This is what you have to do to get their attention. I want to thank my brothers and sisters, family and friends that could make it, or cheering me on from wherever they are. My mom would say, "That's my son," and I would tell my dad, "I made it." I still get a special feeling when I barefoot water ski, just like the first time I made it on my step-off ski. I want to congratulate all the inductees. I want to thank all the military so I don't get shot when I barefoot water ski. I want to thank all the LOC and the officials that make tournaments happen. I want to thank the foundation for all they do. Barefoot tournaments is my family time for me. I am excited for competing in all 45 barefoot water ski national championships, and I can't wait to compete in the 46th in Helena, Montana, God willing. Thanks, guys.
Give it up one more time for Joe Knapp. Before we get into our next induction recipient, I want to give a shout out to Kevin Michael. He is our new executive director at USA Water Ski and Wake Sports. Kevin, where are you? Stand up, let people get to know you. Really looking forward to this. I think he's going to really do wonderful things for USA Water Ski and Wake Sport, and excited to see him hit the road running and all the wonderful plans he has for our future. So, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us tonight and handing out the IWWF awards. Well, this next inductee, it's a treat for me to get to announce. Had fun today when I did everybody's interview for the Water Ski Museum, and we got to chat, but I have been announcing Alex Loretano ever since she was in the girls division, and that is our next award of distinction recipient, Alex Loretano. Alex's love for water skiing started at an early age, and she moved to Central Florida at 16 to train and finish high school. 2 years later, she was competing on the pro circuit and setting records. Alex is a former Open Women National Slalom, Trick, Jump, and Overall champion, a Pan American Water Ski Championship Overall champion, Collegiate Tricks and Jump champion, and member of the U.S. Elite Water Ski Team. She was the 2015 AWSA Jumper of the Year and recipient of the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports That's Incredible award. That's like my favorite award, because for you that don't know me, I was on That's Incredible. Just a little plug, just a little plug. But if you happen to Google Hank Longo on That's Incredible, you'll see me jumping over 14 boats. So anyhow, moving on. She is a national jump record holder. She set her first record at 184 feet, in 2013, and then a new record 3 years later at 188 feet. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's maybe 5 ladies, I could be wrong, but a very small crew that have ever jumped over 180 feet. Alex was a charter member of Girls That Fly, an organization that promotes jump events for women and establishes gender equity in prize money, publicity, and event equality. It's our pleasure to honor Alex Loretano with our Award of Distinction. Please watch the video.
Thank you. It's such an honor to receive this award tonight, especially among all of you guys who are my family, friends, and ski partners throughout the years. I want to thank my parents who are here tonight, my husband and ski partner, Adam, and my kids are here too. And honestly, they don't even know me as a water skier, and I think they're watching YouTube under the table right now. But anyways, it's been 10 years since I woke up one morning and I couldn't use my hands. I developed rheumatoid arthritis and my entire world changed. So even though I'm unable to ski as much as I used to, being able to continue being a part of this amazing industry and this sport and continue fighting for women in sports is such an honor. And I thank you so much for the recognition. I was too quick for them.
Let's give it up for Alex Loretano one more time, please. Our next inductee with the award of distinction goes out to Jason Lee. Are there any barefooters in the house tonight? You're such a fun group, making this so much fun for me. Thank you so much. A treat to be doing this. Jason Lee's barefoot career has spanned decades. This guy is known as Iron Man. In 1997, Jason was the Junior World Slalom Tricks and Overall Champion, setting junior world records in slalom and tricks. In 2000, Lee became the Open World Slalom Champion and the NBC Gravity Games X-Style Jump Champion. He was a U.S. Elite Barefoot team member and top contributor over a span of 20 years from 1998 to 2018. Lee excelled in all aspects of the sport, winning the Barefoot Racing Cup Series twice and the Dam to Dam Barefoot Race 5 times. In 2015, Jason won the U.S. Barefoot National Jump Championships. While competing, Jason coached the U.S. Junior World Teams in 2018 and in 2020, and received the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports and American Barefoot Club Coach of the Year awards. In 2018, Jason became the senior world overall and jump champion, cementing his status as one of the greats. He's the only person to ever capture a world championship title as a junior, an elite competitor, and a senior. We are proud to honor Jason Lee with this award of distinction. Please watch the video.
Thank you. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you. You may be seated. Man, they are giving these things away to anybody these days, huh? Hey, shout out to Jake Snyder for putting that cool video together for me. Yeah, if you need somebody to sum up your life's work into a cool 2-minute video, he's your guy apparently. Hey, but listen, I want to talk to you just very briefly in 3 major parts. I'm going to thank God, and I'm going to thank some other people, and if there's any time left over, I'm going to say something so inspiring that you're guaranteed to remember it for the rest of your time listening to it. But first, I'm going to thank God. As a Christian person, I believe that all of my blessings flow from Him. Not just this particular blessing. I truly live a life of love and joy and peace and hope. And for me, it's because of the redemption that I have in Jesus. So I want to be very careful to give God the glory for anything that I've ever been able to achieve or ever will achieve. And just like that, we're on to part number 2, thanking some other people. I think a big part of the reason that I received this award is because of my duration in the sport, which they said, spanned nearly 30 years, but more than that, 3 distinct seasons, which you can break up into a childhood season and a young adult season, and I'll just say adult season because I can't bring myself to say middle-aged. But I want to thank a couple people from each one of those seasons, and of course, but first, my family was there during all of it. My mother and father, Mike and Darlene Lee, are here tonight. These people poured everything that they had into giving me every possible opportunity to succeed, and I hope the fact that I'm receiving this award is somehow confirmation or proof to them that all of that sacrifice was worth it. My father drove me endless amounts of days to the lake and pulled me endless amounts of hours to try to help me. And my mother was my first manager, not only in life, but also as team manager of USA Barefoot. So I am eternally grateful for what you guys gave to me in my start. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Likewise, my brother is here to support me. He's down from Canada, Jared. He's always been my biggest fan, so thanks for coming out to support me yet again, brother. And my wife, my beautiful wife, Crystal, was most instrumental in my middle-aged part of my career, but I'm going to include her here with my family for obvious reasons. She allowed me to just train as much as I needed to and just be a ski bum and not have a job. So if you think you've got a better wife than that, then you should just be quiet, because you'll probably lie about other things too. So thank you, babe. I want to thank my primary coach and a couple of ski buddies from each one of the seasons that I mentioned before. In my childhood season, that's Mr. Calvin Bramlett, who is here tonight. Yeah, I learned the ropes about competing from Calvin. Calvin taught me a lot of my early first tricks. His son Wade Bramlett and Matt Wright and Jennifer Harris were my ski buddies, and I'll always cherish the time I had with them growing up on Black Creek in North Florida, so thank you guys. At some point, I did move on to skiing in my young adult season of my career with Robert Tersbacher, so I would be amiss if I didn't thank him. He took me under his wing, and I'll be forever grateful for him. My ski buddy during that time is none other than Jason LaManna down front here at my family table. That's right, yep, thank you guys. And in my adult season, I got it right that time, it was none other than the World Barefoot Center in Swampy Bouchard, and I was in the boat most often with people who need no introduction, because they are not only the best barefooters in the world, but they are the best barefooters of all time. That would be Keith St. Onge, David Small, Ben and Ashley Groen, just to name a few. So there's tons of people that I could thank, but I don't have tons of time, and we still have to get on to the most inspiring thing you've heard in the last 30 seconds. And I'll just say this, that water skiing and barefooting taught me a lot more about failure than it did about success. Calvin used to tell me you have to learn how to fall. And I tell my kids, if you want to get good at something, start failing at it. And if you want to get really good at it, start failing at it a lot. So I'll say that if you're going to achieve anything great in this life, it's going to be at the top of a giant mountain of failure. So learn to love the climb. And that's it for me. Thank you, God bless, and good night.
Can we give it up one more time for Jason Lee, you think? Well, this next award of distinction inductee is very special to me. He's my brother. Well, he's really not my brother, but everybody thinks he's my brother, so we just go along with it because it's easier to say he's my brother than explain why he's not my brother. But let's give it up for Dennis Longo. Dennis Longo is an incredible water skier. His early years in New Jersey and then Miami were filled with show skiing, learning to jump, flying a flat wing kite, and barefooting before he focused on three-event traditional water skiing. And when Dennis focuses on something, look out. Dennis immersed himself in the sport, training himself as a slalom, trick, and jump skier. He did not stop there. He became a senior judge, senior driver, and tournament organizer, as well as a fierce competitor and a career that has lasted decades. Dennis has set 6 national records, 6 Southern regional records, and 5 Florida state records. Dennis has missed only 1 national championship since 1975. Just this past year, Dennis took the overall gold medal at the Southern Regionals and the U.S. Nationals. But even more than that, and I've got to witness it and announce a lot of it, it's amazing, he has won 12 overall national championships in a row. So, and this is where we can't thank Dennis enough. When the foundation needed a revamped financial plan, it turned to Dennis. He volunteers countless hours finding ways to make the foundation financially sound. We got to give him a round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. He's just puts in a lot of work, and just again, one of our foundation volunteers and EF members. Dennis is distinctive in his long career participating in the sport, improving it, and providing relevant leadership for the future. And everybody wishes they had a ski club member, an amazing human being like Dennis Longo. Let's watch the video.
Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow water ski enthusiasts. What an honor it is today to stand before you with the Miami sunshine seemingly reflecting in my smile as I accept the award of distinction from the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Hall of Fame. This recognition is like hitting a perfect jump, unexpected, thrilling, and airborne, and hopefully a good landing. My water skiing journey has been a wild ride filled with show skiing, daring jumps, kite flying, even a bit of barefooting. When I focus on something, it's full speed ahead, or as we say, give me full throttle. Immersing myself in the sport, I tackled slalom, trick, and jump skiing with a focus and enthusiasm matched only by the wind in my hair. I used to have a little more than now. I didn't stop there, venturing into judging, boat driving, tournament organizing, ensuring the entire water skiing community has a smooth ride. Over the past years, I've set records, 4 nationals, numerous southern regionals, and Florida state records. Competing with the best almost half a century has been a waterlogged victory lap, with just 1 missed national championship since 1975. For many years, the cherry on top, taking home the overall gold medal at the regionals and the U.S. nationals. Not saying I'm a water ski wizard, but if the ski fits. Beyond personal victories, I've been a part of this community as a 3-event skier, senior official, and a productive member of 3 clubs. I also have been involved with the governing bodies at the national, regional, and state level for many years. Wearing the hat of the president of the Greater Miami Ski Club and co-tournament chairman in 1976 added even more adventure. When the foundation needed a financial makeover, they turned to me. Thank you, Ed Hickey, for the opportunity. Countless hours, endless spreadsheets, and a touch of financial magic later. Here we are riding the waves of success, both on and off the water. Deepest gratitude to my family, especially to my wife, Bobby, for understanding the call of the water and supporting my passion. To those who have been my water ski mentors, Arturo Nelson, Rocky Pasqua, and Aaron Larkin, my ski partners, Chuck Lisenby, Ed Casano, Mike Flynn, Joe Lazaro, Amador Ramirez, and special longtime friends, Joy and Mark Bozovic, George Levine, and Ed Hickey. Thank you for sharing this incredible journey with me. Special thanks to officials and friends, Ruth Johnson, Charlotte Melchers, Jeff Clark, and Jack Walker for ensuring fair play and well-won competitions. In closing, to the Hall of Fame, fellow enthusiasts, my incredible wife and children, and all those who have played a role in this adventure, thank you. Here's to the victories, friendships, and buoys conquered. May there be many more thrilling rides on the water and a strong future for our sport. Cheers to everyone here.
Can we give it up one more time for my brother, Dennis Longo? My hero. What a great, great dear friend. Well, our next inductee is Mr. Dusty Schultz. It is difficult to list all the contributions Dusty Schultz has made to the sport of water ski racing, both on and off the water. Dusty has been an active member of the National Water Ski Racing Association for more than 40 years. He began as a competitive observer back in the early 1970s. Dusty has held many offices, positions, and championships during his tenure in water ski racing. He has dedicated a tremendous amount of time and energy, not only as a competitor, but a true ambassador of the sport. Many of his accomplishments were achieved solely for the promotion, evolution.
I want to say how honored I am to be here tonight with all these other inductees, but I would first like to acknowledge the efforts of my friends, Scott Atkinson, who nominated me, and Gary Heinbach for shepherding my nomination through the Hall of Fame committee. I'm quite sure that those of us being honored here tonight never thought about being inducted into the Hall of Fame when we attended our first event of our chosen discipline. I started out as a young ski racer. 1969, when we joined the Marina Boat and Ski Club in Marina del Rey, California. Needless to say, my career as a ski racer did not last long. However, I went on to find my place as an observer, an administrator, USA team captain, IWWF World Racing Council president, and IWWF executive board member. I have truly enjoyed all of these positions over the years. As a volunteer, I never thought I'd be receiving recognition for the work that I've done. I truly cherish the memories and friends I've made over the years. First, I was very, very fortunate to have the help of my wife, Pearl, and our entire family. They never gave up on me. I have also enjoyed the encouragement of many, many friends and competitors who supported me and urged me to go ahead with some of my crazy ideas. Many of these ideas were conceived in the countless hours that we spent in a pickup towing a boat to a race site, or even on the flight going to or from international events. A close friend of mine, Ron Tasarski, and I came up with the idea to organize our existing marathon ski races into a series of points to help select the team members for the USA ski racing team. The idea came about when we were on our way home from the first World Racing Championships in London, England. That was 1979. I developed and designed a marathon ski trophy to honor the achievements of those participants in our marathon races. My friend Ron and I wanted to replicate a race that was held on the Hawkesbury River outside of Sydney, Australia, and I enlisted the help of Tom Johnson to work with the city of Parker, Arizona, to acquire the necessary permits and necessary approvals. I'm proud to say that that race just celebrated its 32nd anniversary. There are lots more, but I won't bother you with all the stories. The point of these stories is to show that none of our crazy ideas rarely go forward without the help of our friends, the family, and the multitude of additional volunteers that help us pull off our ideas. I attended my first race as a competitor in 1969 at a Region 2 race at Havasu Landing. The location is on the California side of Lake Havasu, and to say that it was rustic is an understatement. That was the spark that started my involvement in water ski racing. Those of us being honored here tonight readily acknowledge that we do not do this alone. Family, friends, competitors, and coaches all help bring us together. I accept this award of distinction on their behalf. Thanks to all of you for the help and support. It's been a wonderful journey. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you. All right, we're going to switch gears here a little bit. And I have to say, this next award, I don't know, I think it means as much to me as it probably does to him. But about 2 years ago, I was standing up here, actually right over there, and I introduced another legend of the sport. His name, Skip Gilkerson. And two guys that have probably contributed more both on and off the water than virtually anybody in history. Well, more than 60 years ago, man, that's hard to say. Middle age? Jason, that was a good one. More than 60 years ago, I knew about Lynn Novakovsky's water skiing career and prowess, both as a three-event champion, a lot of people don't know that, and as a show skier at the water ski capital of the world, Cypress Gardens. Well, Nova hailed from a small town up in northern Wisconsin. It was a hotbed of show skiing at the time, Minocqua, and another Minocqua person here. And it was a popular North Woods tourism destination in Wisconsin, just about 3 hours north of Lambeau Field. Okay? Sometimes you just can't help but just laugh sometimes at inappropriate times. But anyway, the site itself, the Minocqua site, was horrible. Oh, man. You ever had a three-event ski there? That's the way I started, was 3 events skiing. It was just horrible. It faced west. And so the prevailing winds in Wisconsin and then Midwest are primarily out of the west. Minocqua is so far north, the ice doesn't come off the lakes until May. And I think the water temperature probably gets up to maybe 50, 55 degrees by midsummer. Horrible place to ski. Undoubtedly, the rough conditions in Wisconsin, in Minocqua, really made Nova the tough guy that he is. Because you had to be tough to succeed both and be a great skier both in Wisconsin and at Cypress Gardens. Like most men from northern Wisconsin, Nova would never tell anybody that he was cold or if he was injured. Thank you, Brad Copley, for that one. Most of us figure that he got some of that toughness from his father, who played football for the Green Bay Packers. I got to know Nova personally in the early 70s while his brother Jan, who is a PhD, I don't even know what I don't think I can pronounce it, I believe at Illinois, but we were both skiing at Tommy Bartlett's. Nova would come up and pay us a visit. And it was really interesting to meet Nova because, you know, the water ski capital of the world is the water ski capital of the world. A lot of 3 event skiers at the time. You guys remember Billy Spencer? Remember that name? Boy, there's crickets. Oh, man. Some of you remember him. Flea Jackson, some of the others that, Joe Cash, some of the others that skied there. But anyway, the Gardens was unquestionably the water ski capital of the world. It was the Lambeau Field, all these references to Packer fans, you know, we're getting there, or Yankee Stadium. That's how famous Cypress Gardens was. More world records and world firsts have been set there than anywhere else in the world. World champion 3 event skiers, a lot of 3 event skiers also skied at the Gardens at the same time. Barefooters, wakeboarders, you name it, the best of the best ski there. However, Nova's path to the Gardens wasn't an easy one. From Wisconsin, he served in Vietnam and eventually landed, after his tour of Vietnam, landed in Miami, where he was known as Tractor Man. Okay? Well, how did he get the name Tractor Man? Well, basically, he mowed the grass for the Miami Ski Club in exchange for ski rides. With a desire to ski at the Gardens, he moved to Winter Haven, slept in his car, and he dug ditches for Dick Pope Sr. Said it was the toughest job of his entire life. But he finally earned a spot as a skier, and the rest is history. Noah was one of those rare people who was gifted intellectually and physically, and he used those gifts to bring out the very best in others, both on and off the water. Nova was blunt, still is, and to the point, but he really cared about people and pushed them beyond their perceived limits, both as athletes and as human beings. He always led by example, even if it meant pushing his own boundaries and his body, which he did. Painful examples include what were called strap laps. They were endurance laps that you had to do with your doubles partner. It was horrible. Jazzercise. That was horrible too. It was awful. I don't know what got into him. But then I figured it out maybe a couple of years later. And then jazz dance. He made a few morons like myself and Jimmy Casada do that too. But the best of all was when he was about to turn 40 years old. He was a spring chicken then. And he invented this regime called Sweat-tember during the month of September. It's the most miserable month in Florida the entire year. It's absolutely horrible. And it was more like SEAL teams training exercises than it was about exercise. I just think he liked seeing people suffer. We used to have to run up and down this old sinkhole. It was 95 degrees. up and down and back, and oh my gosh, it's horrible. Some of his toughness, his dad, former coach for the Packers, where do you think he got it from? Well, Nova was a superstar both in show skiing and 3-event skiing. That's where I first learned about him, even earning a podium spot in the senior masters. However, Lynn's passion was really show skiing, where he introduced innovative concepts and motivated skiers to push boundaries, especially their own. He integrated dance and ballet and collaborated with figure skating stars Don Yance and Jimmy Durham. He was a pioneer and an innovator, developing and promoting adagio doubles, ballet-centric swivel skiing, record-setting pyramids, and the best freestyle jumpers in the world. As Cypress Garden show director, Lynn began to implement his relentless pursuit of professionalism, higher standards of excellence, world records, and global visibility for the sport through his international tours. He succeeded at all of them. He strived to make water ski show performers and performances as good as other professional entertainment. He wanted the same level of professionalism as the Ice-capades, Las Vegas, and Disney shows. He set the bar high for himself and for others. He started real ballet lessons for female skiers. He would send jumpers to Jack Travers to increase their distance. There wasn't much sympathy for painful falls either. This is a classic Nova-ism. Classic line, after a bad crash, "Hey, do you think you could do that one more time for pictures?" He's a sadomasochist. This is what guy I'm describing here. He knew he wanted to build 4- and 5-tier pyramids, and he did. To do that, he recruited big guys and strong guys and pushed them in the gym. One of those guys, Joel Baker. Well, there's a classic. He brought in guys like Skip Gilkerson to foster an atmosphere of showmanship. He essentially left no stone unturned. Nova cared about his performers and the stars as people too. He knew his skiers would eventually have to move on to other careers. There was nobody better at pushing people in academia than Nova because he knew the value. You got to give up skiing at some point. And he was a big advocate of that. Encouraged people to go to college, trade schools. He made it as easy as possible for people to attend classes and ski at the water ski capital of the world. He blessed so many people with that philosophy. And many thanks go to Dick Pope as well for supporting it. Many people went on to very, very successful careers. Jimmy Casada, who I mentioned earlier, he went on to get his PhD in nuclear physics and taught it at the U.S. Naval Academy. Brad Copley is arguably the toughest assistant state attorney in the state of Florida. Matt Bablitz, we used to call him Matt Splat because he used to crash the hang glider all the time. Anyway, Matt Bablitz became a Navy pilot, and many went on to become successful business professionals and multimillionaires. My point is this, it's the successes in life outside of show skiing that Lynn helped make possible. Simply put, he changed people's lives, and we all owe him. To many, Lynn is considered the Vince Lombardi of water skiing. His ongoing influence is felt still today, as we all know, through his remarkable photography, social media presence, and professional insights worldwide. Lynn has unselfishly dedicated his adult life to water skiing, water ski shows, and the growth of our sport. We have to grow. We have to grow. We all have witnessed the decline in participation of the sport of water skiing. It's a reality. The numbers don't lie. Just maybe we should all take a page out of Nova's playbook and recognize that growing our sport isn't about satisfying our individual wants and desires. Rather, it's about elevating and growing the sport of water skiing, the sport that we all love. That's the philosophy and the example that will put our sport back on the path to greatness and popularity, just like Nova himself. Thank you, everybody.
Who was that young guy in the video anyway? Thanks, Mark. First of all, I'd like to congratulate everybody tonight that's getting an award. And since I'm here for the IWWF, I want to talk about Jennifer and Kathy. From my perspective at USA Water Ski, those were the two that were responsible for saving USA Wakeboard. As far as Keith St. Ange, if you want to see Keith this year, you'll have to go to the awards banquet for the World Barefoot Tournament. But Keith St. Ange and Dallas Friday are undoubtedly the best athletes in their sport of all time. Congratulations to Keith and Dallas. There's one young lady out there I'd like to introduce, Dorothy Voitovich. Dorothy has seen 3 generations of my family grow up and traipse through her yard. We've been neighbors for 55 years. Dorothy is 96 years old. Thank you for coming, Dorothy. You know, Mark alluded to my dad. He played 12 years of football and never had a knee injury. All the jumping I ever did, I never had problems with my knees. So I always figured, yeah, I inherited my dad's knees. My two younger brothers, on the other hand, they inherited from our mother. I got the knees, they got the brains. The story began in Minocqua with the Minocqua Bats, but it really got jump-started down in Miami, finishing up my military career down there, skiing with Brad Copley and a few of the greats down there, Linda Giddens and Cindy Todd, skiing every day. The 1969, they had the Miami Open, a couple of Cypress Garden skiers, you probably heard of them, the Osborne brothers. They came down and were standing on the starting dock, and I hear them talking about, yeah, when you get to the apex of your jump, pull a little bit, and it gives you a little extra distance. So I thought, that's interesting. So I went out, cut like a banshee, got to the apex of my jump, and I'm hanging on for dear life. There wasn't any thought about pulling. But anyway, I managed to beat them. So 2 weeks later, I think we were in another tournament, maybe in Lakeland, and they came with a job offer. Okay, that was a tough decision. So at the end of the summer, my Army career was over. I packed up my bags, and I started heading up interstate, the turnpike, turned on Highway 60 at Yeehaw Junction, went over to Lake Wales, turned right going north, and not 5 miles down the road, there was a big sign in front of me, Cypress Gardens left. What happened? Thank you for the laughter. You know, the fact that I'm up here, I've been up here, this is the third time I've been up here. The Award of Distinction and the USA Hall of Fame, now the International Hall of Fame. And I see that as a tribute to the wonderful people we had skiing with me at Cypress Gardens. It was just amazing, the crew we had. A lot of them from Wisconsin, but they came from all over the country. The Voisards, the Jacksons, the Jims from New York, a couple of Steves, one you bought a swivel from probably, the other one was a kite guru. Jerry Welch, who drove me 500 hours trying to learn that back barefoot. And of course, the drivers. Two of them are gone already, but we had Jimmy Campbell, Donald Morris, Russ Daly, and Donnie Croft. Donnie Croft has been driving out there since I became show director, and he's still driving for the shows at Cypress Gardens. Let's not forget lime ski and some of the accomplishments of some of our skiers. We had one skier go into politics and became the mayor of Winter Haven. One of the women became the mayor of LA. We have aviators. I think Mark touched on all that, so I won't need to say anything too much about that. But I will say one more time, I'd like just to say, the people that worked with me at Cypress Gardens, they are the ones that earned this appearance for me. So thank you to all the Cypress Garden skiers that loved me, that hated me, and that worked with me. Thank you. I got one more little thing to tell you. I was talking to Dallas Friday a couple of years ago, the Nationals down here. And I said, Dallas, you've been at this a long time. How much longer are you going to keep doing it? And she told me, Nova, I'm having fun, and I'm going to keep doing it as long as I'm having fun. And I think that's why we're all here tonight, right? Because we're still having fun. So thank you to water skiing, to delivering a lot of fun for a lot of us. Thank you. Thank you.
As my dear friend Arnold would say, I'm back. Hey, did we have some Lynn fans out there tonight? I like to think of Lynn as water skiing's version of Google, because if there's anything you ever need to know, that's the guy. Well, now it is a special time of our evening of this event. It's our induction into the Water Ski Hall of Fame. Let's make a little more noise than that. Come on. There we go. I love it. Thank you so much. Well, according to the foundation bylaws, the purpose of Water Ski and Wake Sports Hall of Fame to honor and perpetuate the names and accomplishments of skiers, pioneers, and officials whose dedication and competitive achievements at national and international levels have brought lasting fame to the sport of water skiing. And our Hall of Fame inductee tonight lives up to that billing. Let's give it up for Elaine Heller-Fatla. Elaine Heller-Fatla is not just fierce in three-event barefooting, but also in the male-dominated world of endurance barefoot racing and figure-8 tournaments. As a little girl, she often left the men in the dust. Raised on a dairy farm in rural Wisconsin, Elaine's work ethic and quiet competitiveness made her a force to be reckoned with on the international stage. Elaine learned to water ski at age 4 years old and barefoot at 8 years old. And when she turned 10, her family joined the Ski Sprites water ski show team to develop her skills at 12 years old. At 12 years old, she focused more on barefoot water skiing, specifically figure-8 tournaments and racing. In 2003, she entered her first traditional 3-event barefoot tournament, the Wisconsin State Barefoot Tournament. After that tournament, she told her dad, I want to be world champion one day. Well, her dad went to work and did everything he could to support her as she learned and developed in the sport, including building a lake in their cornfield, calling it the Blue Moo. Moo. Elaine and her family not only supported her growth, but also the barefoot community, hosting numerous regional, national, and even world barefoot water ski championships on their property. In 2009, Elaine became the first U.S. woman ever to jump inverted, and to this day, she is the only American woman to have ever jumped inverted, long line, landed, and barefoot away in a tournament. Her jumping success continued through 2010 through 2012 with the new world jump records. Her success was not only in jumping, but overall, including slalom, tricks, and in 2010, she went on to win the elusive Elite Women's Overall World Championship title. Come on, give it up for the champ. There we go. We are so happy Elaine is being inducted into the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Hall of Fame. And after this video, Elaine will be welcomed to the stage by a very special guest and Hall of Famer. So please watch the video.
Welcome to the bizarro world of alternative towing. Have you ever barefooted behind one of these? I have. Welcome to our world.
Hey there, everybody. My name's Lane Bowers. I get the honor of introducing Elaine, and I just want to say over 22 years of being with the Heller family, it's been an honor. And if you want to make a tough barefooter, put him on a farm, I'll tell you that much. And I just want to say that every good thing in my life is directly a result of my relationship with my Lord and Jesus Christ. I'm so happy to hear so many others putting Jesus where he belongs out here. And I'll tell you what, I got a 15-year degree in cow comfort from hanging around the Hellers. And before there was a girlfriend, Elaine never had a girlfriend, but in the Heller family, before there was a girlfriend or a boyfriend, the whole entire family was with us in the boat, and it's just incredible now to see the whole family growing up. And even more than anything Elaine has accomplished here, I'm honestly more proud of the fact of the woman she's become, the wife to her very trying husband, Greg, and an amazing mother, and a businesswoman. So with that, I just want to introduce your 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Elaine Heller Fatla.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight as we celebrate and honor the accomplishments of an incredible group of skiers. I would like to congratulate all of the honorees this evening. I have such a deep respect for everything you have accomplished and contributed to the sport. I've had the honor to represent the U.S. with Jason, and also Joe is an absolute legend and that radiates pure joy at every tournament and everything he does. Thank you, Lane, for the wonderful introduction. I would not be standing here without your endless support and encouragement. You are not only an amazing coach that taught me the fundamentals of posture and glide and shoulder roll meat hook, but you're also a mentor and a friend. It is not an exaggeration to say we spent thousands of hours in the boat together, whether it was idling down the lake at 5 in the morning, waiting for the sun to come up so we could start our first of many jump sets, nailing my first toe turn, or just sneaking in a fun set at the end of the day. I couldn't imagine my journey in this sport without you. I am deeply humbled and grateful to accept this honor. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation for the important work you do in spreading the love of water skiing around the world and preserving our sport's history. I would also like to thank the Hall of Fame Selection Committee for this recognition. It is a true privilege and a dream come true to be recognized among the legends of our sport. I want to take a moment and go back to the beginning and give credit to my family, because I would not be here today without them. I started water skiing when I was 4 years old. My dad, Blake, had a passion for the sport. When I held my first toe, or not my first toe, but a toe hold, I picked at my nails while skiing across the lake on the roughest of days. He got a little worried that I would get bored and uninterested in skiing. That winter, he signed my siblings Cody, Shane, and Shannon and I up for lessons. It was all over from there. There was no doubt we were hooked. Shortly after we started barefooting, we joined the Ski Sprites water ski show team in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That is where we came to learn how special the water skiing community really is. I don't know if there's any other sport so supportive and family-oriented as water skiing. We are so fortunate to take part in this sport as an entire family, with my mom helping run sound and concessions, my dad serving as the announcer and dressing up as a baboon, and Cody, Shannon, and I taking our places as the kings and queens of the Barefoot Circle. It was something we could do together as a family. We met some amazing families and formed lifelong friendships. During my time as a ski sprite, I developed an even greater passion for barefooting. My dad asked members of the team if there were opportunities to get more involved in barefooting, and that is how we discovered the world of figure eight. I competed in figure eight tournaments and endurance racing events for several years, handing pink t-shirts for beating guys over twice my age, or in size. Figure eight is actually where I met my husband, Greg, who just so happens to be the lucky recipient, Kason and Carson. Greg and I love sharing our passion for water skiing with our kids, spending nights and weekends down at the Blue Moo, camping and hanging out in the boat, just as I did growing up. We are excited to continue this tradition and watch the four of them find their own passions in life. I want to thank Cody and Shannon for sharing this journey with me. We grew up on the water together, traveling to tournaments, supporting each other during our morning jump sets, and everything in between. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you to my twin brother, Shane, for always being there for me growing up and waiting for us to be done skiing before target practice and shooting clay pigeons at the Blue Moo. And thank you everyone for being here tonight and being part of this unforgettable moment. Thank you.
I think we can give it up one more time for Elaine, don't you? Are there any barefooters in the house tonight? You know, having a ski lake on their family farm, all the ears of corn could hear Elaine when she skied by. I thought of that one on the way over here. Come on, come on, come on. You're lucky I haven't hit you with those all night long. But anyhow, what a great evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight. This has just been fantastic, and to be here at the Nora Mayo Hall is just incredible. It's a beautiful facility, and it's close to downtown Winter Haven. We got hotels all over the place, so a big thank you to Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing, Mark and Company, and Justin and Jack, and the whole crew has made this all possible, and they support us big time. We wouldn't be here without them. And all our other sponsors, can't thank you enough for all your support in making this happen. And of course, the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports Foundation wants to thank everybody here, watching it on TV. The Water Ski Broadcast Company, Vinny and Alice, do a wonderful job, and people all around the world have been able to watch this induction tonight. So it's been a dream of mine come true to be here with you. And before you go, we would really love you to consider donating to our Hall of Fame, our team grants and scholarship programs as we continue to grow and strengthen the reach of the foundation across the United States. And all your support is so incredible. And I did want to give a little shout out to Carrie Morgan, did such a wonderful job in putting together the auction for everybody to do tonight. And even more than donating, we need volunteers. Actually, I said earlier today that all of us that are involved with the foundation are volunteers, and just an amazing job everybody has done working as a team to get this foundation back up on its feet again. So everybody that's here tonight, you're a part of it now, so let's keep it going. And once again, as I love to water ski, but what I love more that keeps me coming back year after year, and I say this every opportunity I get, is getting to be here and share a night like this with you, my water ski family. And I don't know what I would do without you. So thank you very much. Everybody have a great night tonight. Go home. Thank you for joining us. Thank you and congratulations to all our inductivities tonight, all our inductees. Way to go. We'll see you next year. God bless. Thanks so much.